Ridiculous Crime is a production of iHeartRadio.
Elizabeth Dutton.
Zaron Burnett.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what's ridiculous?
I do.
What?
I do. Beyonce.
No.
They're all going to come and get me now.
I'm coming out to get you.
No.
Hold me back, Dave. Producer D, hold me back.
Let me finish my thought. So Beyonce, I don't know if you heard, she had an album called Renaissance that came out.
Yes, I've heard of this.
You've heard of this? Mm-hmm. And then she had another album called Cowboy Carter.
Yes, the new one. Yes.
And on both of them, apparently, the cover has a picture of a horse.
Yes.
Right?
She's into horses.
Yeah. And so
she married Jay-Z.
Do you know? Oh, my God. Anyway, do you know the name of the horse on the Renaissance album?
Steve.
No. Well, the fans.
Gary.
The Hive.
Can I guess again?
They were calling it Renee.
Really?
Like Renaissance, and then Neigh.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The sound of horse. Yeah. Okay, well, so anyway, Justina Omakua, who is the senior vice president at Parkwood Entertainment, Beyonce's production and management company, clarified, no. The horse is named Chardonnay. With a nay like at the end.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a tragedy. So Chardonnay is the name of the
Buttery
horse.
Chard, yeah.
Buttery Chard. And that's ridiculous, but wait, there's more.
Oh no.
Yeah. So people hear about this, they're like, oh, that's cute. And
they made a wine.
No.
Oh, thank God.
But I do have to tell you, bold, refined, horsey.
What?
Now you can blame Michelle Zibadiba on Instagram and K-Law on Instagram. They're the ones, the first two through the gate who told us about this.
All right.
Bold, refined, horsey. What am I talking about?
Yes.
I am talking about the fact that Arby's released horsey sauce, which apparently that's their secret sauce juice or
I've heard
whatever.
people reference it. These people, they're going on my list.
Yeah, put them on there with like Cheetos and all them. They have released a horsey sauce that's infused with Chardonnay wine. Oh. And it's called Chardonnays with the Neigh, horsey sauce. And it's in this like frosted glass wine bottle. $16 a bottle. The package has a silhouette of, quote, a majestic horse in mid-gallop.
For a mayonnaise sauce.
I suppose,
It says it neighs, right? So I'm assuming that's a
No, Chardonnay, because they got the idea from Beyonce.
The I know, but I'm assuming it's a mayonnaise-based sauce.
I don't know. I've never had horsey sauce. What is it? Is it like donkey sauce? Whatever. I've never been to an Arby's.
Like
can I admit that?
Which could beat each other in a fight? Horsey sauce or donkey sauce?
Donkey sauce.
I'm saying donkey sauce every time.
Especially if Guy Fieri did a mashup between donkey sauce and he brought in Sammy Hagar's Cabo Wabo tequila. Like that's
Drunken
like some
donkey
Four
sauce?
Loko level stuff. Anyway, so if you want some Chardonnay's Arby's horsey sauce, which there's just a lot for me to talk about. You have to go to the Arby's website and sign up for their Arby's Club.
Arby's.
I was going to sign you up for Club Arby's, but I didn't.
Why do you hate me?
I didn't do it.
Thank you.
It's a signature horseradish sauce with a Chardonnay flavored
Oh, of course, because
finish.
it's a roast beef place.
Right.
We should have thought this through.
They're the beef people.
Of course.
Okay, anyway, so this has gone on way too long.
You know about them, right? They have the meats.
Yeah, that's what they tell me if I were to watch TV and see commercials.
And I assume they also have the meat sweats.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
Well, that's darn ridiculous. I'll give you that one.
I know.
You know what else is ridiculous?
Tell me.
How about a guy who makes corporate practices the basis for his outlandish crimes?
Oh.
Yeah, Elizabeth, this cat, he's a break-in artist with a McDonald's problem.
Oh, mashup.
No. This is Ridiculous Crime, a podcast about absurd and outrageous capers, heists, and cons. It's always 99% murder-free and 100% ridiculous.
Cheers.
Elizabeth.
Zaron.
November 1998.
I remember it.
Do you remember
I do.
the times we had in November 1998? No, anyway.
It's so good. Keep going.
Let me take you back. The song Doo-Wop That Thing by Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
#1 on the Billboard charts.
Yeah.
You loved that song.
Sure.
And Lauryn Hill.
Sure.
You even wore your hair like hers in Sister Act 2.
Appropriation pledge?
Which, by the way, came out in 1993, which was just
well,
2
I was just
years
hanging on to it.
after your new favorite bank robbery film, Point Break.
Yes.
Did you know Point Break came out in 1991?
You're kidding me.
Yeah,
No.
swear to God.
I had no idea.
I'd
never heard that.
Yeah, you'll remember it later. Anyway, also on the radio back in 1998, your man was holding it down in the number 40 spot on the Billboard charts.
My man, who?
He's new to the charts. It's his first time in such rarefied air. This was his first hit off of his third album, but it won't be his last.
In 98.
It's his first big hit song. It's called Hard Knock Life, Ghetto Anthem. That's right, it's your man, Jay-Z.
Horseface, as you apparently call him.
He's got a long noggin. What was going on at the Cineplex, Elizabeth, in November of 1998?
November 98.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And by the way, if Jay-Z has Horseface, then so does Troy Aikman. So really, I'm shooting a lot over here. I'm wide shots. Anyway, November 98 at the Cineplex. You remember movies, right? That's where it was a group activity, Elizabeth. People, they would go and they would sit in a darkened room and they would stare at a blank screen. And every 24th of a second, a new image would be projected onto the screen, right? It was amazing. It's this steady stream of images would be creating this simulation of movement. It paired with sound. It was a very evocative art form.
Okay.
Sadly, it's been forgotten to history.
Yeah.
Kids today, they see pictures of movie theaters from the 90s, and they will often mistake them for some sort of like a ancient ritual space. Like,
yeah, it was a cult.
Perhaps, a church dedicated to snacks and cold drinks. Anyway, back in November of 1998, at the box office, can you guess what the #1 movie was?
No.
The Waterboy.
Oh, good God. It was such a bleak time, the late 90s.
Harder question. What was the third highest grossing film of November 1998?
Was it another Adam Sandler? Were there two Adam Sandler
No, but it
films?
was a movie that was part of what you love, which is 2 movies that come out at the same time, and people can't decide which one.
Was it an asteroid movie?
No, good guess though. It was an insect movie. That's my hint.
Oh, Bugs and Ants.
Yes,
yeah.
Which one? A Bug's Life did better.
Life. Okay.
Last question of our Cinema of 98
this.
pop quiz.
Let's keep it going.
Elizabeth, for the grand prize of 4,000
I love talking about the 90s,
pennies,
by the way. Yeah.
Can you correctly name the #4 highest grossing film of November 1998?
Okay, so we've got Waterboy and A Bug's Life.
Yes. I'll throw in here just to
This
help
is
you.
all Oscar bait.
#2 was the Rugrats movie. Just
oh my God.
throw that rounded out a little.
So was it a film for grown-ups?
It was a film. This was the first film for grown-ups on our list.
Okay, tell me who was in it. Tell me one person who was in it.
Oh man. One person, I'm going to start from the bottom of the list. This film had an amazing cast, right? And I'm just going to list some people I liked at the bottom of the cast.
Okay.
Lisa Bonet.
Oh.
Regina King. Jack Black. Jason Lee, the pro skater. Think
the
Chasing Amy.
Pro skater.
Jake Busey, son of the Busey. Scott Conn, son of the Conn.
Yeah, the Conn.
So we got 2 sons
Wrath
of
Conn.
It's so rich with 90s goodness. Do you want the top guys? You'll immediately know the film if I tell you the top guys. Will Smith and Gene Hackman.
Oh, what's it called?
I love this film. Here, I'll give you a hint. So
it's on the tip of my tongue. And
Will Smith at one point in the trailer, he asked Gene Hackman, "What the hell is happening?" And then Gene Hackman says, "I blew up the building." And Will Smith is like, "Why?" And then Gene Hackman shouts back, "Because you made a phone call." I jumped out of my seat, Elizabeth.
Give me the name.
Enemy of the State.
That's right. Lisa Bonet. That was throwing me.
That was the college girlfriend for Will Smith. Regina King was the wife. Anyway,
I love
Elizabeth.
Regina King.
And a movie that launched later, a Blink-182 album with a similar name.
Oh, that's right. Enema of the State. Boom.
Yeah, there it is. Wow, it's all coming together, you guys.
90s action films, they hold so much. If Jerry Bruckheimer produced it, I'm going to watch it, right? I mean, come on, Elizabeth.
Enemy of the State. Explode.
Right? I mean, Enemy of the State is great because it's this paranoid action thriller about how the NSA is watching everything. It's like this post-Watergate paranoid thrillers of the 70s, but now it's like, like the Parallax View with Warren Beatty, right?
Sure.
But now, which I also love that movie. Anyway, I love paranoid thrillers. I think the point is that like they're like keyholes in for like the moment in that time.
Oh, yeah,
right?
completely.
But anyway, if Tony Scott made it, I'm going to watch that one too.
Okay.
True Romance, not a paranoid thriller.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But I love that Tony Scott film.
Interesting.
Anyway, it's another movie I love. I'm just laying out movies I love. But besides...
That's what today's show is about, movies we love.
November of 1998.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, Hard Knock Life. Gene Hackman in Enemy of the State. That was November 98, Elizabeth. You remember it well? Right. Anyway, that same November, that's the time when today's perp first started getting busy. I want you to be able to know the context in which he was working.
I think it's actually very important.
I think it helps sometimes. In this case, it does matter. So today, Elizabeth, I want to tell you the story of the Roofman, Jeffrey Manchester.
The Roofman? What were we talking about yesterday? Oh, Rackman. There was like some business where they sell racks.
It looks like
called Rackman, and we were saying it sounds like something that in like a hip hop song would be the name of like a guy who sells drugs on the corner.
Oh yeah,
or
you got to go see the Rackman.
But like I'm too old to know that.
Yeah,
and so Roofman also sounds like that. Like there's going to be a whole thing like E40 talking about Roofman. I'm like I don't know.
Yeah,
what
you're like I thought I brought my Jeep there and got a new roof rack.
And then I'm like trying to act cool, like I got this from the Roofman.
Yeah.
Like, okay, lady.
Lady, it's not a local advertising thing.
I'm like, but JC, you told me to say it.
Well, we were recommended this story by a few rude dudes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, most recently Brandy.
Roofman.
A comic from Minneapolis, Minnesota. She suggested we do this one, and I just happened to be reading up on him when she tweeted me about this.
Synchronicity.
Yeah. So I bumped the Roofman right to the top of the big board.
There it is.
I mean, you said synchronicity. I think of serendipity. It's happening. It's an itty.
It's all connected.
Government name for this cat, Jeffrey Allen Manchester.
Jeffrey Allen.
Yeah, which makes him my second favorite Jeffrey Allen I've covered. Jeffrey Allen.
You have a list?
Yes, Jeffrey Allen Lash. Look him up. Anyway.
Okay.
This guy, a NorCal guy, Elizabeth.
Jam. His initials are Jam.
Yeah, he's jamming the Bay
Jeremy
Area.
Jam.
So he was born in Sacramento in 71.
Good for him.
He went to Rancho Cordova High.
Okay, Sacramento kid.
Yeah, right? You know, like your man Herb Cain.
That's right.
He graduated, went on to enlist in the Army. He joins the 82nd Airborne. You know the 82nd Airborne?
Thank you for your service.
Do you know about the Airborne? That's the paratroopers.
They're in the sky.
They jump out of the planes. Think Easy Company and Band of Brothers.
Okay,
right? They
sure.
parachute behind enemy lines with a rifle, and that's about it.
Okay.
Right? They can do on their own.
They just parachute and then they don't do anything? That's about it?
That's it. They just stand
land
there.
and they
They're
go,
like,
cool.
Scarecrow now.
Boo.
Stand there. So paratrooper, 82nd Airborne, Jeff Manchester, he is trained in the military arts of his particular task. And his task, he gets really good at rappelling. So he's good with ropes, climbing gear. He was also skilled at dropping to the ground from a great height.
Oh,
right?
I was going to say, I could do that.
Oh, I know you can do that.
Just
But he
standing
can do
here?
it from way higher than you can and land it, stick the landing.
Yeah, I would probably wind up in the hospital.
No hospital trips for him, no bruised like livers, none of that. No. Skilled at camouflage and evasion as well. Yeah, real. Yeah, you like this guy.
This reads like the back of a G.I. Joe package.
Totally. So
tell me more about this cat.
So code name. So like many who enlist in the military, Jeff Manchester, he got married young, right? He was 20.
Did he have a Dodge Charger?
Yeah, he did. Dodge Magnum. So by 1999, though, Jeff Manchester and his young family, they were living in Concord, California.
Okay.
You know Concord, just over the hill from here.
Yep.
He was stationed at the Naval Weapons Station there at Concord. And in November 1999, Jeff Manchester's wife said, "Hey, I want a divorce.
Oh.
I'm out. Deuces."
That's sad.
Not really. It was good for her because the couple had a fight. I don't know exactly what happened, but perhaps she discovered her husband's big secret, that he was an accomplished break-in artist who spent his nights burgling local businesses as the Roofman. Or maybe she's just like, "I'm tired of your snoring." I don't know what happened, but something happened. So,
either way, she signed on for life. You gotta.
I feel you on that. But when you're married to Roofman, that's a different question. So, by the way, when you have the name Roofman, as you can no doubt guess, there's a story behind it.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yes, Elizabeth. I'm going to tell you that story. So Jeff Manchester, he earned his nom de crime for his work as a regional tile distributor.
Like a roofing tile?
No, he did not do that. It was his habit of breaking into businesses through the roof and then stealing whatever cash he could find.
Oh.
Yes, the Roofman was particularly fond of McDonald's. Starting back in November of 1998, a year before he got divorced, he began a crime spree that stretched across the country. We're talking he robbed spots in California, Nevada, Oregon, Massachusetts, Maryland, North Carolina, Virginia, Minnesota, right? Now, in California, he broke into McDonald's restaurants in towns places you've been to, San Luis Obispo, San Pedro. Down south, up here, he hit spots like Emeryville, Dublin, Pleasanton, Pleasant Hill, from Roseville to Placerville, all around the Sacramento County.
I know where that Emeryville McDonald's is.
I think you do too.
Yeah.
So based on eyewitness accounts of the Roofman, the police gave this description of the perp, right? They're like, be on the lookout for this guy who's probably between 18 and 30 years old. He was thought to be anywhere between 5'7" and 6'3". That's a hell of a range.
He had 2 legs.
Yeah, exactly.
And he looked like a roof.
To put that into perspective, the range 5'7" to 6'3", that starts with like Mark Hamill and Robin Williams and like Willem Dafoe. They're all 5'7" actors. At 6'3", you got Chris Hemsworth, aka Funny Hammer Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's 6'3". So if you're looking for a guy somewhere between Robin Williams and the guy who plays Thor, that's
like
who you're
from
looking
far
for.
away and you don't have your glasses on, and he's like moving around and bending, you may not know.
Possibly.
He could be 18,
moving quick.
he could be 30.
Who knows? So this cat, Roofman, the cops also pointed out a couple other things. They said he had a prominent Adam's apple.
Wait, now hold on. You can't tell if he's a little-un or a big-un, but like, he's got a prominent Adam's
But people
apple.
have noticed this, yeah.
It must be really prominent.
It's even better, Elizabeth. Also, apparently, he had a pair of noticeably full lips.
Oh.
Exactly.
They're like, what did he look like? Well, he had pillowy lips.
No,
ample
he
bosom?
yeah, totally. An ample, cozy bosom. No, and
Matronly hips.
as I quote, he also had extremely athletic build. It sounds like the cops want to
Luxurious
date
calves,
the Roofman. They're
right?
like, if only I could swipe right on this guy.
That's like their dating profile. He has to be anywhere between 5'7" and 6'3", but he must have beautiful calves.
Now, Mike Van Winkle from the California Department of Justice, he said that the Roofman was, and I quote, business-like and focused and very serious about what he does.
You carry a briefcase?
But many of those he robbed have been struck by what a nice, decent guy he seems to be, a real gentleman. Like, I really hope that the cops...
military man.
I hope that they find the Roofman because they seem really sprung. Like, I want them...
They may have a future.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? But I can see why they love him. I mean, he's good, right? As Van Winkle said, it's human nature that when you find something that works, you continue to do it. And he also added, and I quote, he knows that unlike banks, where you often encounter silent alarms, video cameras, and armed security guards, that's not the case with fast food places.
No.
Like, he's a smart guy, this guy.
They're like, God, his intellect?
I know.
Is there anything Roofman can't do?
He's reinventing robbing.
Yeah,
so
they're
during
warm
a
for his form.
7-month spree, Jeff Manchester, he burgled 40 restaurants,
Dang.
pulling a total of $100,000, right? But as good as the cops made him out to be,
that's not a whole lot.
Roofman did occasionally run into troubles. Like his MO was to start from the roof. He'd find a McDonald's he liked the looks of. Then he would grab up his bag of drills and hammers and axes. He'd get up there, he'd rappel up or whatever. Then he'd chop into the roof and then he'd drill a hole. Sometimes he couldn't get in. So like later on, cops would discover some like half-drilled hole, a mess of abandoned tools, right?
Right.
And other times like he didn't do enough research, so he'd get there, he'd drill his hole. So like when he was in Folsom, right? Folsom, California, he drilled a hole in the roof, dropped in, but the restaurant was closed. He's like, damn it. Right? There was another place.
Wait, it was closed. He was going in when it was open?
Yeah, he would go in late at night to rob them. So basically right at the end of the shift.
When people were still in there.
Yes, well, the employees were still in there, right?
And you can't rappel up, right? You can only rappel down?
You basically rappel down, yeah. But I mean, like, you can pull, you can climb on a rope.
What's it called when you go up?
Climbing. So,
you learn something every day.
I'm telling you. Mountain climbing. That's why it's called climbing, huh?
Really? Huh?
So other times he would cut a hole in the wrong place and he'd wound up in like a tiny spot behind a freezer, He's just like stuck. Yeah, a little hidey hole. So in Placerville, he almost got caught when the police arrived on the scene. He was still inside the McDonald's. So the cops spot Jeff Manchester inside and he spots the cops. So what does he do? He jumps out of I imagine the drive-through window.
Yeah.
And then he makes a run for it. The local cops, they give chase, right? But they haven't had to do this kind of exercise in a while.
Placerville.
Yeah, right? So the Roofman, when he makes a run for it, remember, he's got that real extreme physically fit body.
And he's like a paratrooper.
Yeah, exactly. And he's got those amazing calves.
Yeah,
Have you seen his calves? If he wore short shorts, I'm telling you, I'd eat it up. So anyway,
I just want to lick his Adam's apple.
He runs down to Highway 50, right? Because they're in Placerville.
Yeah, okay.
So he runs down to Highway 50. He runs across the freeway.
Aye.
4 lanes of speed and traffic. He loses the cops on the other side. They're like, I don't get paid enough for that, right? No. He gets away. The reason why he's so successful for so long was that he targeted teens who were working at night undersupervised.
Yeah, totally.
Because remember, as I said, this is the 90s, right? So the weak spot in the American capitalism in the late 90s were all the teenage assistant managers working at a McDonald's on a school night.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
and they're like, I'm not going to be a hero.
No, totally. The roofman, he drills a 2-foot by 2-foot hole. He drops into a fast food spot, usually McDonald's. The employees would be like almost closing. They're stunned by this guy. He's masked. He's got like a semi-automatic weapon. He's demanding the day's receipts. They're like, oh, sure. Here you go. Here's all $1,300, man. Would you want to go back through your hole now?
You want fries with that?
Fries. So once he had the money, he would order like the employees into a back room, maybe a walk-in fridge.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Oh, yeah, totally. But he would always then call the cops to have them come and let the kids out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, totally.
The heart
right?
of gold.
Detective from Lodi, California, who investigated roofman robbery. Your spot, right? He described the roofman's MO as saying how, quote, as he herds them into the cooler, he'll say, well, look at it this way. At least you'll get the rest of the day off. He's definitely not your typical hands up, this is a robbery kind of crook. Yeah, in fact, he was memorable for his kindness, his consideration. One McDonald's manager remembered that, and I quote, he was really polite. He was apologizing. He said, would you please, ma'am, get on the floor? Would you please, ma'am, just get down? Like, when he was in Pleasant Hill, Pleasant Hill, he asked employees he robbed, can you please get in the freezer? The Sacramento Bee,
They're
right?
like, your beautiful mouth says it, I'll do it.
Those pillowy lips tell me what to do. So the Sacramento Bee newspaper, they wrote about Roofman, how he enjoyed, quote, a coast-to-coast reputation as the most courteous thief in the nation. Huh. They're dropping bars at the Bee over here. Anyway, other times he gets noted for giving employees coats before he locked them into the walk-in fridge. The guy's a sweetheart, right?
He
but
really
now,
is.
obviously, he would show up with a loaded firearm, so sometimes he had to let off a few from the semi-auto to get respect. But he put them into like the floor or the ceiling, not at people. Other times one time he shot out a glass door to like make his escape, which is just dramatic. That's
very
fun.
dramatic.
Anyway, Clovis police lieutenant, they once noted that for a guy holding a gun, he was pretty mellow. He wasn't excited in the least, right? So even the cops, they love him everywhere he goes. Now that we've gotten to know the Roofman, let's take a little break, Elizabeth.
Okay.
And after this, I'll tell you why he focused on McDonald's. But also, there's so much more. Like, just wait till we get to Toys R Us.
Oh.
And we're back, Elizabeth.
Hi.
I know, huh?
Hi.
So why McDonald's?
Why not?
What did the Roofman have against the red-wigged clown and his fast food spot,
Grimace.
Elizabeth?
I don't know. He wanted to be a hamburglar.
Why did he want to be the real-world hamburglar?
I don't know.
When McDonald's became aware of this burglar who kept targeting their franchisees, they were pretty proud of his brand loyalty.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. There was an official who was not named in the stories I found, but he said, and I quote, he likes us. He's very brand loyal, a loyal customer, and we work hard to build that loyalty.
And he was unnamed?
Yeah, unnamed.
Oh, my God. You know that like the higher-ups are reading this and being like, oh, my God, are you kidding me?
Would you come on?
We have got to figure out who that was.
Is that guy from Clovis? So,
Don't rip on Clovis.
Elizabeth, if you were the roof woman,
yeah.
What would be your McDonald's? What store would you constantly break into burgle? Like, here, I'll give you time to think. As an example, I'd go with the store that sells kettle corn. Just all sorts and varieties of kettle corn.
There's one by my house.
I know. What do you think I got the
Isn't
idea?
That nuts? There's a kettle
store
corn
dedicated.
store.
I'm coming in through the roof. I'm just like they get restocked, drop back in. I'm like walking out. I got all the kettle corn for days.
You know what I would do?
Yeah, what'd you do?
Like the mattress firm.
Uh-huh.
First of all, you drop through, you land on a mattress.
Boom.
Hello.
I like this thinking.
And just find me a good pillow top.
Oh man.
And then, we have all these theories that those are money laundering operations.
We do, yes.
So I'm going to imagine they've got like serious cash in there.
And if you get the right day that they're doing the deliveries for the washing.
Yep. So I'm the mattress mama. God, what have I done?
What did you do to yourself?
What have I done?
I'm not even going to take that cheap shot that I could. So
I'm the
easily.
femme fatale.
Oh man, look at me being a gentleman over
here. I know.
Okay, Elizabeth, moving on. The real reason why Jeff Manchester,
the bed broad,
picked McDonald's was not his love of Big Macs and broken shake machines. No, the truth was far more mundane than that. You see, Elizabeth, he worked there as a teen.
Oh,
it was the
so
90s.
it
Everybody
was an
worked at
inside
McDonald's
job.
as a teen. So he knew McDonald's. He knew the schedule. He knew a manager would likely leave early and let a teen assistant manager close up.
Oh.
He knew that, he knew their restaurants,
That's
right? He knew their
interesting.
whole routine. So it didn't matter if it was Folsom, California or Devil's Triangle, North Carolina. He knew the layout before he walked in sometimes. They were so cookie cutter. I mean, he knew where the back office would be from the rooftop, right? So
He's just whipping up a couple quarter pounders while he's waiting.
just got it going, cooking. Like, right, go get the cash.
Totally.
I'm going to flip these
It's
burgers.
like, I know how to work this.
So he was like, basically robbing the same restaurant over and over and over again. And for a military man, this is ideal. He had the same mission every time, and he could just perfect it. He's just dialing it in. So, but I'll be honest, he wasn't exclusive to McDonald's, despite what the fast food giant would tell you. His brand loyalty also extended far. He would even
Arby's?
He would rob a Burger King.
Oh.
In the burger wars, he was on both sides of the battlefield. So,
He's playing both sides.
there it is. So he would also burgle other spots, other restaurants, places that weren't restaurants, grocery stores, Blockbuster Video, maybe a home base, or a Toys R Us. More on that later.
Oh.
So the deal is, the Roofman is mostly driving around our old stomping grounds in NorCal, drilling holes into roofs of McDonald's, dropping in on unsuspecting teens, working the night shift on a Tuesday, on a school night, and he'd shepherd them into the walk-in fridge, sweet-talk them a little, then rob the place blind and walk out.
Did he leave
Grab
through
some
his
fries.
glorious hole, or did he go
usually
through
just
the front
walk right
door?
out. He'd be like, why climb back up the hole?
Yeah.
He never got cut. His glorious hole. He never got caught, Elizabeth. One investigator believed he was so good. They thought, this cat will never get caught. There's no chance for us. He's just so good.
He's so beautiful.
And why? Because the Roofman was, quote, extremely fast, strong, and has kept his cool when cornered. Now, nothing good can last
Why do they
forever.
love him so
Oh my
much?
God, you can just
they
hear
all
him.
have a big crush on him.
Yeah, I'm like steaming jeans over here, officer. So what's next for Roofman? Obviously, he must have gotten caught if he's on this show.
Right.
So he indeed get caught.
Okay.
I'll just skip to the end on that. But in May 2000, Jeff Manchester, he was sent east, right? He was stationed in North Carolina, which is what ended his NorCal crime spree, because now he's in a whole different state.
Sure.
And also it ended his crime spree in general, because though he goes out one night, at this point...
Did he find the Lord?
Well, he was in the 481st Transportation Company, right? He gets sent out to North Carolina for an annual training exercise. He's like still in the service, right?
Wait, where was he sent? I don't know where the army base would be. Is that...
In Gastonia.
Oh, I know where that is.
Right? Yeah. So May 20th, he drops into a McDonald's in Gastonia. But it was closed. Oops, he didn't do enough surveillance. He was just like, I guess, working out a jag. He's like, I just got here. I got to go steal something.
Because, like, if you go to in Fayetteville, North Carolina, if you're driving up, I think that's Marines, though. They have, like...
There's a ton of bases there,
all the parachuters, like, you'll just see them, like, littering the sky. These little boys flitting through the sky.
When you look across the horizon.
Yeah, it's so creepy.
Cool.
It's strange. But so I wonder if he was sent to Vietnam.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Yeah, I don't know where exactly, but I just know this, Elizabeth. And as far as the crime goes, that same night he decided, you know what? I got my jag. I just didn't do it for me. So he drove 10 miles down the road to a town called Belmont, and he hit a second McDonald's.
Okay.
But he'd waited so long. It was 5 hours later now, right?
Yeah.
So the McDonald's, it was closed, but he thought he'd wait for the morning rush and be like, open up and give me the receipts from last night, right? So employees, they come in, he surprises them, he robs the place, he ushers them into the walk-in fridge. But apparently, this wasn't like a nighttime teenager assistant manager. This guy was on it, right? He breaks them out of the walk-in fridge. He escapes, calls the cops. Police arrive in time that Manchester is still inside the McDonald's. But he spots the cops. He makes a run for it. Once again, I'm imagining him jumping out of the drive-thru window.
That makes the most sense.
And of course, why not? Belmont cops, they give chase. And unlike the California cops who chase, these guys, they're relentless.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They chase Roofman into the woods, into the brush, over a hill and dale. He gets basically located in like a bunch of tall grass. He gets tired of running. He just lays low. Doesn't work. When he gets caught, he doesn't get into a shootout. He doesn't swing on the cops. Instead, he just looks up at the arresting officers and says, you guys did a real good job today.
And they're like, oh my God, he's so beautiful.
He spoke to us. What
Jeffrey
a sweet...
Roofman, you're
Did
so
you see
beautiful.
those lips? So full. Do you think he had work done? So in custody, the Roofman said he wasn't the guy who robbed McDonald's in California, which they may hear about. No, that he was just a copy.
He preemptively tells him this?
He's like, I'm just a copycat imitating that guy. So if you hear anything,
oh my God,
I wasn't
what a
there.
ding-dong.
The problem with that story was his military records. They neatly corresponded with the timing and the locations of all the burglaries. So Jeff Manchester, he gets sent to prison. He's 33 years old. It's his Jesus year, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And like Jesus Cristo, he too rolled back the rock and came back from the dead.
Oh, God.
For 4 years, Jeffrey Manchester was on his best behavior. He earns the warden's trust, Elizabeth. He gets rewarded with a job in the prison metal shop. Then he starts to track the trucks that come in and out of the prison. He decides, you know what, that's going to be my way out of here. So he takes some plywood, he paints it black. Then in June, he climbs under an outgoing truck. He fastens his plywood platform to the bottom. He secrets himself away. He tucks in some cardboard to take care of the sides. Truck drives out of the prison. Roofman goes with it.
Wow.
First time a prisoner had ever escaped from this recently built prison. Word spreads of his escape, right? Some of the officers who'd been investigating him back in Northern California, they started like on the grapevine of officers. They don't, they're like, this is like pretty much pre-social media, pre-internet kind of stuff. So they're calling around, I guess. Jose De La Torre, he hears about this. He's like, you gotta be kidding me. Anytime someone escapes, it's surprising. But this guy was very good at what he did.
Oh, God.
So once again, he's free. He's out. He climbs down from the hidden platform. He hitchhikes to Charlotte, North Carolina. This is 2004, mind you, right? In the fall of 2004, a man named John Zorn makes a new life for himself in Charlotte.
John Zorn, that is such a fake. Yeah.
So he sinks some roots in the community, and it's the South, Elizabeth. What does that mean? It means he goes and he attends Crossroads Presbyterian Church. You got to get yourself a church. He gets himself a church, and he was his neighbors described him as a quiet, unassuming man. He told folks he worked for the government. A lot of people do back there. The sort of government job where he had a security clearance, and thus he couldn't talk about his work.
That's convenient.
This satisfied most of the folks. Like, what a good patriot.
So
at church, John Zorn, he met a woman named Lee Wainscoat. And they were close in age, although she was a few years older, just a couple. But the two hit it off. Lee, the way she recalled it, John Zorn was, quote, funny, romantic, the most sensitive man I've ever met. She also added, and I quote, the guy that every girl would want. Lee, I got some bad news for you. Also, every cop.
Biggest Adam's apple I've ever seen.
I'm telling you. Lee was a 40-year-old single mother, right? So she couldn't just let herself fall for any guy, right? She has to be responsible. She can't be irresponsible, right? So she had to think for herself.
She meets him at church.
And for her kids, right? She meets this guy, and John Zorn, he's good with her kids. He's kind. He's always bringing them toys. He's very generous. Also, the couple, they begin to start talking about their future. I mean, stuff that she didn't expect as a 40-year-old single mother who's like, I didn't think this was going to happen. Right? But unfortunately, John Zorn had a secret. His name wasn't really John Zorn, Elizabeth.
What?
It was Jeffrey Allen Manchester, and he did not have a top secret job with the government. He was unemployed because he was an escaped convict. He had no home that he could take Lee and her kids to because he was unhoused, and technically he lived inside of a shuttered Circuit City store.
Stop what you're doing. He lived in a closed Circuit City.
Yes, a closed, abandoned Circuit City store. So when the Roofman was in prison in North Carolina, he'd heard from one of his fellow inmates because, it's like a little educational center in there.
Oh, totally.
So they tell him, like, yeah, man, criminal sentences for commercial burglary are not terribly draconian in Mecklenburg County. So that's why he picked Charlotte and Mecklenburg, right?
Yeah.
So that's why at first he moves inside of a Toys R Us superstore. That's his first home.
But it's not.
It's open. It's open for business. He's living in a functioning
Toys
R Us store.
That is like every 8-year-old boy's dream.
Exactly. He finds a way to sneak inside the walls of the store, right? Right behind like a bicycle display in the Toys R Us.
Oh, yeah, those are kind of chaotic.
Yeah, he digs into like the drywall. He gets a little crack open. He digs into the wall. He makes himself a little spot. But then he starts like doing renovations while he's in the wall. And he makes himself a little secret Toys R Us apartment.
Out of Legos?
No, just like inside the drywall, like in like the segments.
In there.
In between the walls. He just makes himself a little place to live.
Lego shelving.
He starts like digging around in the wall and accidentally kicks through the wall and gets into the next door business, which is a Circuit City, which has been closed, but the power is still on.
Oh,
so that's where he sets up a secret apartment that will not be disturbed by nosy employees because there's no employees. There's nothing he has to worry about, right? So Elizabeth, can you imagine living inside a Toys R Us? But not as an adult. Like, let's imagine it as kids.
Oh,
like,
as a kid? Oh, dang. it's over.
I don't know about you, but like, do you remember holiday season, the Toys R Us catalog?
Book? Yeah.
Like my sister and I, it was just this storehouse of desires. We would circle stuff, tear up pages, leave them around the house.
Put Post-its on it.
Yes, exactly. So I bet you and Trav would do the same.
Leaving them around like, oh, what's this on the dining room table?
Oh, just happened to be there, circled and pointed out.
That's so crazy.
Zaron would love this. Did Santa put that there?
Well, no, you pick it up, you're like, Mom, did you want me to see this? Exactly. I would actually like that.
This is exactly what I wanted.
Yeah,
in that color. So, also, do you know the name of the giraffe mascot for Toys R Us?
Jeffrey?
Yeah,
Why do I know that?
Right?
I don't. But isn't it like Geoffrey?
With a G.
Uh-huh.
Look at you, double
God,
down.
What happened? There's so much that I don't remember.
And then the things you do
and the things I
are
do,
the name of the mascot for a defunct toy company.
Exactly. Or like songs that come on and I know
all the lyrics. You're amazing with that.
I know.
By the way, the Roofman's name is?
Jeffrey Manchester.
And nobody in their coverage ever did this. They never compared
Jeffrey and Jeffrey.
Yes, it's the Toys R Us man.
The Jeffies.
He grew up as the Toys R Us kid. He's the Toys R Us man. Anyway, Jeff Manchester, as I told you, he's dating this single mother, Lee Wainscott. He's playing at being a stepfather. He's a member of the local Presbyterian church. He's living inside a deserted Circuit City. He's doing his shopping from the neighborhood Toys R Us. So this tiny area that he called a home was the space beneath a stairwell, right, in the Circuit City. He had a bed that he stole from Toys R Us. On his bed, he had
It's like a race car bed.
Totally. He had like Spider-Man sheets.
Oh my God.
Because he also stole from Toys R Us. On the walls of his secret apartment, he had posters of Spider-Man and Superman movies.
Wait, he put posters?
Yeah, put up posters a whole bit. For evening entertainment, he'd wired up a DVD player and he stole some DVDs from Toys R Us. So he had like 40 Days and 40 Nights. He had Matchstick Men. Of course, he had Spider-Man 2, the Tobey Maguire one. Now, for nutrition and nourishment, you may be wondering, what's he doing to live on?
I was thinking that.
Baby food, jars of baby food that he stole from Toys R Us. They sell baby food in Toys R Us, so he lived off of strained peas and
his digestion.
Oh my God, just all diarrhea.
That's all I'm thinking. He's just crapping himself.
He's just putting out paste at this point. So he was super resourceful.
That's really attractive right? to the lady.
Oh God, yeah. But he wired up a smoke detector. He had a fire extinguisher and a smoke detector as an early warning detection system. There's like a motion detector. He also, that way he wouldn't be surprised by workmen or inspectors.
He had to totally like rig it up. Otherwise, it's like you're only early detecting a fire.
Yeah, exactly. So, by the way, think about this. He's been in prison, right? He escapes. He had a 4-foot by 8-foot cell in prison. Now he has a 4-foot by 10-foot secret apartment in Circuit City.
Yeah, I mean, he has the whole place.
Yeah,
the place
exactly.
It's got to be cleaned out.
Totally. The whole thing's empty. There's like
huge,
just linoleum floors with stains on it.
Thousands of square feet.
But he doesn't want to be spotted inside.
And he probably had like small quarters when he was in the military.
He builds a prison of his own design. It's like a own little piece of heaven for someone living on the lam, I guess. Right. Anyway, beyond the DVDs he falls asleep to and the baby food he eats for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, what else did the Roofman do all day and all night inside Circuit City and Toys R Us? Well, Elizabeth, to answer that, I'd like you to close your eyes and take a break.
Okay.
And when we get back, I will tell you what it's like inside a Toys R Us when you have it as your secret apartment.
Yay!
Elizabeth.
Zaron.
How were those ads, huh?
I don't know. My eyes were closed.
Oh, okay. Well, they were good. I'll just tell you that. Now, if you wanted...
I can't hear with my eyes closed.
to know what was going on in, say, like a Circuit City that's shuttered.
Yeah.
And next door to a Toys R Us that's open, and you live in both of those.
Mm-hmm. And I got the squirts.
Boy, have I got a treat for you.
Yeah.
Because I'd like you to close your eyes. And I'd like you to picture it.
My eyes are closed.
It's a quiet night at the Circuit City, Elizabeth. The lights are low, but there's music playing from a DVD player. It's the soundtrack for the movie Smokey and the Bandit. And you, Elizabeth, are Jeffrey Manchester's imaginary friend, Regina Corntower.
Yes.
At the moment, you are driving in a race against Jeff. He's piloting a Barbie dream car. You are driving the ride-along Barbie pink Jeep, and you are losing. You're racing around in the aisles, and the battery-powered car engine whines as you punch it. The car tires slide across the linoleum tile floor. You think you can overtake the lead, maybe beat Jeff. Because of course you do, since you're an imaginary friend, and that's what Jeff Manchester wants you to think. But also, he has a plan for you. When you pull even with him, hoping to pass, he lets you take the outside. And then he puts you in the wall hole.
No.
Just like Tom Cruise in Days of Thunder, a Jerry Bruckheimer production. The Barbie Jeep slams into the shelves, toys fall off and hit you in your imaginary head. Jeff Manchester laughs and continues to race on around the empty Toys R Us late at night all by himself. He's won again. He always wins.
He wins again.
So other than messing around and living the best life an 11-year-old in a Hollywood movie about a kid who calls a shuttered toy store his home, what else was Jeff Manchester doing, Elizabeth?
Am I still picturing it?
No, we're done picturing it. What do you think?
I just think that every time he sat down, it was a squishy sound.
Got to bring it back, didn't you?
I do. I've been holding that in.
Well, luckily, Toys R Us,
like him.
They sell diapers. So
that's right.
He's good. He's golden.
Okay,
and they got wipes. They have a product called Boudreaux's butt paste. So he should be covered. That's for babies who have issues with. Anyway, Elizabeth,
yes.
Back to Lee Wainscott, his girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This
like
poor dear.
Many partners, she wanted to go out. She wanted to go out for a nice dinner and not eat baby food. She wanted to go out and see a show, maybe a play, something. Yeah. Lee wanted to do what couples do. But John Zorn, her boyfriend, and his top secret government job couldn't give her those things.
He can't even go Dutch on a bill.
No, not at all. He's got no cash. Yeah, he's not really real because what was real was that Jeffrey Manchester needed to figure out a way to get some cash in his life.
Right.
Not Spider-Man DVDs. So he starts to plan his next great robbery. Instead of going back to his old MO, he had a new idea. He would rob the Toys R Us.
Well, I'm wondering why that hasn't happened yet.
Right? Yeah, but this would require some surveillance, right? So he installed a series of baby monitors around the store. He used those to spy on the goings-on of the employees, management. He's like Macaulay Culkin is robbing Toys R Us.
I mean,
from
I would
Home
just
Alone.
be doing that anyway because it's so boring
of course,
hiding in the walls.
Yeah, totally. You would not be able to last 2 days at this. But not only this, he also starts to change the employees' schedules because he wants to create a weak moment without any managers on the floor, and that's when he'll rob the Toys R Us.
Brilliant.
So he can take his girlfriend out for a real date. So just like the McDonald's, the Toys R Us also followed regular, predictable corporate practices. That made it far easier target for him to burgle. Mm-hmm. But unlike McDonald's, he was essentially living inside the Toys R Us, and so thus he was leaving behind all this evidence of his presence, right? So it didn't take long for employees to notice the missing merchandise, the baby food bottles everywhere. Yeah, the smell. Suspicions start to grow. People are getting tired of blaming Greg. So casual investigations get launched. If he was going to rob from the Toys R Us, his window is closing fast. And he gets that, right? Meanwhile, he's attending Bible study class every Wednesday. He's going over to his girlfriend's place. He'd occasionally rob a McDonald's and then take Lee out to a nice restaurant, one he could afford, like Red Lobster. So yeah, he's like Beyonce. If you're good, he's going to take you out to Red Lobster.
I bet you that when he went to Bible study, he just loaded up on all the snacks that they had on Wednesday night. They're just he does early morning stuff to get them
Pepperidge
sausage
Farm,
biscuits.
yes, nice. Get some protein. So other nights, he would sometimes the couple, they would stay in, watch movies, because the guy had quite a DVD collection. I'm telling you. So plus he remained generous. Remember,
and it's all Olsen twins movies.
Exactly. Double trouble. So anyway, he's bringing over toys for the girlfriend's kids.
Oh, sure.
Every time he comes over,
ones.
Brand new big ticket toys. And the rest he's also donating to the church. So she's like, he's so generous.
He just loves toys.
Yeah. So John Zorn, even though also he gave the church pastor the first 2 seasons of Seinfeld on DVD. So the church pastor's like, and I quote, he's very engaging, down to earth, nice fellow.
His lips.
Oh, yeah. Pillowy. So around the same time, he goes to a dentist to have some work done, right? He apparently got a tooth pain. So also at the same time, he's got a gym membership. So he's starting to lay down some other roots. He creates a little life for himself. And he didn't know it then, but this would be the mistake that he's making. He cannot have a life for himself as John Zorn.
No.
Anyway, one Charlotte police captain, much later, noted, if you draw a donut around that Circuit City, I bet he'd talk to everyone within a mile.
Huh.
Yeah, so he's out there now trying to...
because he doesn't have a car. He's on foot.
He ain't got a life.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just out there like, hey, how you guys doing?
How's he paying for his gym membership?
He goes and robs a McDonald's, and then he's got a couple $100. It's not much. Yeah, he's not paying rent.
But
he doesn't have car insurance.
How's he doing dental?
I got him once again. I don't know, maybe cash. Anyway, the holidays approach, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
He's set for the kids, obviously. So but he could always steal, something. Maybe he can't steal a toy for Lee. So he's like, what am I going to do for her? But for her, he wanted to get something special, right? He's like, I should show her that we're going to start a life together. So he's like, okay, I need to rob the Toys R Us. I need to get serious.
Yeah.
So December 26th, the day after Christmas, a.k.a. Boxing Day in Canada, Roofman, it's time to bring back the skills.
Oh, man.
He decides it's time to rob the Toys R Us, but he's not coming through the roof. He's coming through the walls. So he knew holiday shopping. It's done now. It's the 26th, right? The store should be flush with cash. The most it'll have the entire year. And it's not yet deposited in the bank.
Yeah, because banks close on the 25th.
So he walks right through the wall. He walks into the giant toy store. Yeah. He's got a gun in one hand and that he'd stolen from a pawn shop. He tells the stunned employees...
How do you steal a gun from a pawn shop?
I don't know, through the roof?
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing. That's just my shot.
I'm just like, I imagine him standing at the counter all
running away. I don't think the place was open.
I don't think the same.
So he walks in, he's got his pawn shop gun, he's got his mask on, he's like, Roofman back, baby, back in the game, North Carolina, kakalaka. So he tells the stunned employees that he's there to rob the store.
It's like, take your shirt off, spin it around your head like a helicopter.
Raise up. Now, he was very kind and thoughtful, as always, right? And he tells them, I'm just here to grab the cash. I don't want to hurt anybody. Pair of employees, they're like, this is North Carolina. I don't believe you. They run for the door. Right? So they manage to escape, and they go and they call the cops.
They're like, a beautiful man is robbing the store.
So the police, they show up. They're quick on the scene. Roofman has not had time to leave. He hears the police arrive. He's able to flee without getting caught. However, he now no longer has a home. Yeah. He has the cash to take his girlfriend out because he stole that, but he has no home. What's next for the Roofman? Does he say we should get married and move to Mexico? Well, when the police arrive to investigate the Toys R Us burglary, police dogs get called in. The dogs sniff and doesn't take him long to find something because he's stanky at this point. But anyway, he'd left a cache of toys that the Roofman had secreted away in the ceiling tiles.
Oh.
How the dogs sniffed that, I do not know.
Right?
But they're onto something now. The Charlotte Mecklenburg cops, they continue to investigate. They remembered there was a report of how they responded to a burglar alarm, and the cops had previously investigated the abandoned Circuit City.
Yeah.
One cop even tested a piece of loose drywall while they were searching. They'd never discovered the Roofman's hidden apartment.
Oh, really?
So now they return, they investigate again. They go looking around in Circuit City. This time, Elizabeth, they also found nothing.
Are you kidding
They
me?
didn't find the apartment. Later on, one cop, this dude named Fred Allen, which to me is like the old radio comedian.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's wild. Anyway, so he's patrolling the parking lot of the Circuit City. He spies something strange. And when I say something strange, only you would have noticed this.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking at the wall of the store, one of the back walls, and there's lights on, right? All these lights are lighting up the wall, but because the power's still on in the business, in the store, one spot on the back wall is totally dark. And he's like, well, that's odd. And he goes over to take a look at it, and he sees it's been painted. There's this hidden door painted to match the wall. He opens the door, and he finds a secret room.
Oh my
it's
God.
the hidden apartment of Jeffrey Manchester.
Oh my
He just
God.
walks right in. Jeffrey Manchester was not there. He happened to be out. I guess he was with Lee and the kids.
Date, yeah.
Maybe it's Wednesday. He's at Bible class. Anyway, cops get called in. They investigate. They fingerprint everything. On one DVD, they find a fingerprint. The DVD, Elizabeth? Catch Me If You Can.
Stop it.
I swear to God.
That's so good.
Such a great detail. Put that in the movie.
Right?
How sublime, right? Anyway, the cops, now they have their suspect. They fingerprint. They identify him. They put out an APB. They turn to local media. They release a mugshot of the suspect. It goes on the nightly news. The next morning, Jeffrey Manchester, he goes back to that dentist's office where he had the work done. And, they got medical records inside that would, connect him. So he burns the place down.
Are you kidding?
He burns down the dentist's office.
Oh, no.
Doesn't go in and steal his records. Doesn't go in and steal a bunch of records. He just burns the office down.
No.
Fortunately, though, that was too late for that kind of severe, drastic actions because several churchgoers happened to be watching the news the night before. They all recognize the mugshot. They're good church people. They call up the cops. They're like, that's John Zorn. He goes to my church. And they tell the cops he's friendly with Lee Wainscott. So,
he's got a lot of toys.
Yeah, exactly. Real generous. So the detective goes out to speak with Lee. It was just after New Year's at this point, January 5th, January 6th. The detective walks up to Lee and asks her, do you know this man? Like, how T2 is that?
Poor woman.
But the Terminator 2 was not really what was happening. No, Elizabeth, it was a detective holding up a photograph of Jeff Manchester. Lee looked at the photo, then back at the detective, then back at the photo, sighed, looked back at the detective and said, "That's John." The detective told her his name was not John Zorn. He was Jeff Manchester, and he was an escaped convict. As far as the cops could tell, he'd been living inside of a Circuit City store,
Oh my God.
doing all of his grocery shopping at the Toys R Us.
Nightmare.
And the detective asked if she knew where John, or rather Jeff, might be. Lee said she didn't know where he was.
Nightmare.
She wasn't protecting for him. She literally did not know.
Yeah.
But she told the cops he would probably call her soon. The cops say, well, would you be willing to help us contact him or maybe set up a trap? She's like, yeah, I will help you set up a meeting with John Zorn, a.k.a. Jeff Manchester. But also, by the way, Lee, she's shocked and saddened to her core. You called it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, we got to feel sorry
put
for
yourself
Lee.
in her position,
Yeah,
my
she
God.
thought she met a good guy at church.
Yeah.
He's great with the kids, great with the community. Turns out to be he lives in a Toys R Us with Circuit City, and he's the roof man.
Imagine you have I'm just thinking about she's sitting in therapy telling someone this, or
Imagine
she's telling her
girlfriends.
friends.
Yes.
Yeah, so it didn't work out.
What
Let me
happened
tell you
with
why.
John Zorn? Does he have any friends?
And they're
Girl.
like, "Welcome to Club Jaded. You're never going to trust anyone again."
I can't introduce you to any of his friends because he's not a real person.
Oh my God.
So she, as I said, she agrees for the cops to help catch her boyfriend. Days later, she calls the detective and tells him that she's invited John Zorn over for her 40th birthday party.
Oh, happy birthday.
She's going to have a party. And so they're like, what if we're the guests? So she's like, okay. So she invites Jeff over to her party with the cops. The scene, though, it's joyous. It's festive. The cops are doing their best to give her a happy 40th. Secretly, Lee is dying on the inside, right? So she's feigning a smile when John, or rather Jeff, arrives at her birthday party.
You got to turn it around. I would be like, this is the greatest day because I'm going to just nail this dude.
Exactly.
I am going to ruin him.
Get myself some justice.
It would be the best party. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't spell justice without ice. Ice cold. Now, there's no parties, I told you, Elizabeth. Just a bunch of cops pretending they're holding solo cups or whatever.
Yeah.
And so her kids are out of the house because in case there's a bad scene.
Yeah, good.
So the roof man arrives. He's got a bouquet of flowers for his girlfriend. He strolls into Lee's place. Happy 40th, baby.
Oh, God.
He finds that she's alone except for these cops. So the cops, they swarm him. They arrest him immediately. The Charlotte Police Sergeant Catherine Scheimreif said after the bust and about the bust, the roof man's biggest mistake was, quote, going back for the girl one last time.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so Elizabeth, he broke the 30-second rule from Heat, which, by the way, is your new second favorite bank robbery movie.
That's right. Okay.
So in that movie, Robert De Niro says, don't let yourself get attached to anything you are not willing to walk out in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around the corner.
Yeah.
Now, dude broke the Heat dictate. I don't know what to call this. Whatever. The Heat dictate, the 30-second rule, he broke it.
Yeah.
Now, he gets busted. The cops let Roofman phone his girlfriend, Lee, and she says he was apologetic. Lee told reporters at the time, he was very sad and humbled and felt terrible that he had to deceive us. He encouraged me and told me to be strong and to do the things we talked about doing. He wasn't upset. And get this, Elizabeth, she forgave him.
Are you kidding?
Good Christian Southern woman right there. I'm telling you, right? Heart filled with love.
You know what? More power to her.
Lee said,
vengeance would be mine.
She said, I don't hate him. I'm disappointed and confused. I don't know whether to smack him or hug him.
Girl, no.
I'd say, throw him out in the trash. But in police custody, Jeff Manchester, he also phoned his mother. He calls up. He's like, Mom, I kind of lost focus. Direct quote, Mama, I kind of lost focus. She added, he doesn't seem super embarrassed about the notoriety. I know I would be. That's my mother. That's her response.
I would be embarrassed.
Yeah. He should be embarrassed. Embarrass me, embarrass the family. I would have died of embarrassment out of good nature if I was him.
You got to just don't talk to the press.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, she also said her son seemed like a character out of a movie. As his mother, I can't imagine. This is something you would see in the movies.
Yeah.
Now, we always compare our lives to the movies, which we are losing. Uh-huh. So what do you think we're going to use to make sense of our lives when movies are gone?
TikToks.
This is like something you'd see in a video game. It doesn't have the same panache.
on a TikTok.
Right? This seems like something you'd see in a streaming series. I mean, it just doesn't... Anyway, back to Charlotte Police Sergeant Catherine Scheimreif. She said, you hate to compliment the guy because he's a dirtbag. But we can learn a lot from him. So even she's a victim to it.
What is happening?
And she's partly right, because since he was certainly worthy of a compliment from cops, apparently, but being that I'm not a cop, I'll just say it. he was wildly good at what he did, and he wasn't done trying. So February 2009 and October 2017, he tried to escape from prison.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Now, both attempts failed. At the moment, he's still in prison. He's at Central Prison in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay.
Now, he's scheduled for release in 2036.
Oh.
Ladies, take note. So at that time, he will be 65 years old. Now, it's kind of wild that he's living in a North Carolina prison as opposed to California, because he was sent there for like a short deployment. He gets busted, gets caught, and he spends half of his life in a North Carolina prison.
Yeah.
Anyway, and oh, by the way, we can now look forward to a movie about his exploits because Channing Tatum has signed on to star in the film of his story.
Oh, my God.
The title, Roofman.
Magic Roofman.
Roofman.
That's a good... Where did they get that title?
I know. Fun fact, Toys R Us went bankrupt in 2017.
That's fun.
Right? All the stores closed.
Yeah.
It was the end of an era.
Yeah.
Now, it was I hated it, right? But it was the result of greedy, unscrupulous investors who loaded the company up with debt and then tanked its future and then sold off the parts for profit. Now, they basically looted the stores.
Yeah, completely.
All of the stores because they all closed.
Yeah.
Yet none of them will go to prison.
Nope.
Instead, they are celebrated as smart, rational, economic actors, right? Taking advantage of market dynamics or whatever.
Yeah.
Personally, I prefer my thieves like Jeffrey Manchester.
That's what I say.
Now, I bet Lee Wainscott would have a different opinion, but I'm just saying, as an outsider...
You know, in terms of like, maybe a person here or there lost their job because of Roofman.
Sure, yeah.
But like, what was it? Was venture capitalists?
Totally. I believe it was Bain Capital. I believe it was Mitt Romney's group.
I think so. Wiped everybody out.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Well, all the stores, everyone lose their job.
Yeah.
But none of them, that's not like a bad thing. But
No,
this guy going in and stealing some baby
They're
food.
clever.
Yeah, but anyway, I prefer him.
I agree.
So what's our ridiculous takeaway here, Elizabeth?
Ooh, my ridiculous takeaway is there's no need for brand loyalty.
I like it.
What about you? What's your ridiculous takeaway?
Whoa, look at you. My ridiculous takeaway is this a mashup?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. So, Producer D, you got a talk back for us?
Sure do.
Talk back. Oh my God, did he just say that?
OMG.
Hey, Elizabeth and Zaron. One of the things I wanted to ask about was if you knew about this skit from Saturday Night Live that was done back in the 80s, and it ties in with all the episodes that end up with the cons writing books. So if you go to YouTube and search for Pros and Cons SNL, and that's PROSE, you will see a short film supposedly written by Norman Mailer about the next great wave of Pulitzer-winning writers and poets coming from the American prison system. Anyway, love the show.
Oh,
whoa.
My God. I love this.
I have to go look.
I'm gonna stop this show right now to go look.
You just stop it.
Hand me my phone. Well, as always, you can find us online, Ridiculous Crime, on Twitter, Instagram, have the website, ridiculouscrime.com, and we obviously love your talkbacks. That one was excellent.
Yeah.
Email us if you'd like at ridiculouscrime@gmail.com, and hit us up on the iHeart app if you would like. You can download it and possibly hear your voice on the show.
Yeah.
As always, thanks for listening. We will catch you next crime. Ridiculous Crime is hosted by Elizabeth Dutton and Zaron Burnett. Produced and edited by our resident Toys R Us man, Dave Kustin. Research is by Roof Person, Marissa Brown, and Wall Lady, Andrea Song Charpentier. Our theme song is by Circuit City Employees of the Month, Thomas Lee and Travis Dutton. The host wardrobe provided by Botany 500. Guest hair and makeup by Sparkle Shot and Mr. Andre. Executive producers are McDonald's Rooftop Secret Shoppers, Ben Bolin and Noel Brown.
Ridiculous crime.
Say it one more time.
Ridiculous crime.
Ridiculous Crime is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.